culture reference. Sorry.
Hello, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope, well, to the Americans, I don't know, if anyone celebrates it that's not American, happy Thanksgiving to you as well. I hope everyone is going to have a wonderful day today. I will be. I have guests coming over, but I may have to cut the stream a tiny bit shorter than I expected because I had a hiccup this morning. I accidentally dropped my pecan pie. Yeah, not good, but thankfully I had enough stuff to make another one, but yeah, it's gonna take about an hour to cook that, so I might have to stop this a bit earlier to get the pie in the oven because it was supposed to be done, and then I was gonna put the turkey in the oven. It's a whole thing, but it's not a holiday without a little bit of chaos, so, it's okay. I freaked out a little bit, but then I'm like, "What would mom do?" Which she would have freaked out, but then she would have pulled it together and got something in the oven, and that's exactly what I did. I had, like, just enough left of everything to make another pie, and I was so thankful for it, but, so a fumble this afternoon, but it's okay. I made it here. I thought I was gonna be late because I was cleaning up. You know how sticky it is to clean up a pecan pie that fell? Oh gosh. But we're good. We're gonna have another one in the oven in about an hour when I end the stream. So Market Reality, thank you for being a member for 28 months. Thank you for doing a Wicked's World on this holiday. Everyone, please remember to thank God with your family and to pray for the National Guardsmen. Absolutely, Mark, you are right. It's really sad everything that's been going on just and if you're lucky enough to be with family or friends today, and even if you're not, just be thankful that we're all here, and I'm thankful that you guys are here to hang out with me. I really appreciate it. Happy Thanksgiving, Donna. Let me say hi to everybody. And Zuru, Donna, Real Devastasia, Staccato, happy Thanksgiving. And Shane, thank you for the 20. Happy Thanksgiving, Wicked. Thank you, Shane. I really appreciate that. Andrew, happy Thanksgiving. Hi, Sean. Truth Warrior, GRP, Dengar. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Tara Crystal, hello. And thank you for everything you sent, Tara. There was a couple boxes. I know I just brought up the Marilyn Monroe doll, but thank you for everything that you sent. Truly so kind of you. I can't wait to dive into those Italian books that you sent from Italy. That's going to be a fun read. I have those to the side, maybe later after all the chaos is done and I'm sitting with my glass of wine or my prosecco. Haven't decided yet. Maybe both. I'll maybe relax and read some of those. Captain Nova, hello. Hellsaver. Ken, thank you for the 2 Canadian. Looking forward to the shirts. Thank you so much for buying the shirts. You're gonna have to let me know what you think of those. I appreciate that very much. And Ken with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Wiley, happy Thanksgiving. Psychotic Mongoose, hello. Matthew. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to you too. I hope everyone's gonna have a wonderful day today. Even if you're unable to be with friends and family, I highly suggest just doing something for yourself and count your blessings, be thankful. We're all here, so that's just you know enough to be thankful for, in my opinion. Wookie, Daniel Steele, Faithful Geek, not the pie. Listen, so I had to take it out to cover it, and I need to get a new pie tin, like a glass one. I used to have one, but I left it when I moved. So I'm still like, I know I've been here almost 3 years, but I was just in a very small apartment before I moved out of South Florida. So I'm still collecting all my stuff, all my cooking gear. And I had a flimsy one, and that's what happened. But that's what happens when you're trying to rush. I'm like, okay, I got this. I got this. I'm going to get this pie done before my stream and fumble. But it's okay. You know what? I had enough. I'm thankful that I had enough to make another pecan pie because nothing's open. So I wouldn't even be able to go out and buy one. So I'm just gonna have to tell my guests that it's okay to come a bit later if they'd like, because the food's gonna be done about an hour later now, but it's okay. The turkey is small. It's just like about a 10 pounder, so 3 hours tops for it to cook. Everyone will come later, But again, gonna get pushed back an hour because I'm gonna make the pie first so that cools and then get the turkey in. But it's okay. I got a whole system. Well, we should be eating by like 5-ish, which is totally fine. 5-second rule. Oh, staccato. You should have seen how it looked. There was no saving it. It just Well, you guys know pecan pie is very gooey. Lots of syrup in there. Oh, Gengar, hello. Mark real yeah, real pecan pie. If she also busts out sweet potato pie, then no, I didn't. So I don't have a lot of people coming over. I'm probably gonna get together with other friends that are like with family and stuff right now to do like a friendsgiving type thing, and then, I'll have more pie then. So I'm just have a chocolate pie and then pecan pie. That's it. And I would have done a sweet potato, but my friends aren't really into sweet potato, so yeah. Uh, let's see. Hi Tide, thanks for being a member for 2 months. Happy Thanksgiving, Todd. Mike Nas, Roto, happy Thanksgiving, Roto. I know you're probably going all out. Roto, you better send some pictures. Roto can cook and he throws down for his family. Mongoose, thank you for being a member for 16 months. Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, the Givenchy perfume, you don't know how badly I wanna open that because that's what Audrey smelled like, but I'm gonna keep it in the container, and once I at some point, I wanna build, like, a vanity for myself. I want to make, like, a old school retro looking vanity, and that's gonna go on there, like, as a decoration. It'll look really nice. So thank you very much, Tara. Um, Johnny, happy Thanksgiving. Sultan, Gnome Ski, if I miss anyone, I'm sorry. I wanna make sure I get to, the topics. Uh, which is better, pie, pecan or pumpkin? I mean, growing up, pumpkin pie was always my favorite. My mom always had to have a chocolate pie and a pumpkin pie. Those were top for me. So I had to go with pumpkin, but like, as I've gotten older, I do really appreciate a pecan pie. So, but I'm going with pumpkin. Star Wars Lego Rob, hello. I know it's so good. And I have like I planned on I'm also gonna be making cookies because I make a really good chocolate chip cookie, and I was like, "Oh, maybe I can add some pecans into it." I have, like, the tiniest bit left, so maybe I could just, like, top it with them. I might do that, but, at least I had enough for the pie. Power Keg Greg, thank you so much for the 5. Happy Thanksgiving, Amanda. Thankful for people like you. Oh, I appreciate that, and right back at you. You guys are amazing. And hello, Azur. What about the rule, no pie left behind? I like apple pie. Apple pie is good. Listen, I pretty much like all pie, let's be honest. A2D or I almost said A2D2 again. I'm not gonna be able to stop that. It's me, A2. A2, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you and your family have a wonderful day. New squalor for 10. Happy walking bird day. Thank you. I can't wait to get that bird in the oven. I like when my whole house smells like it. Geeks and Gamers Play Fan, hello. Boss Hog, Robonex, Stay at Home Hippo. Uh, Magnum Norris, thank you for the 5. Small apartment. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone here. Yes, I used to live in a very small apartment before I moved out of South Florida. Now I have a bit more room, which is really nice. Real Devastation. I don't know if I said hi. I think I did. Hello. Chris Nicholson. Fetty Gator, thank you for being a member for 2 months. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm a big fan of peanut butter pie and oatmeal pie. Yeah, peanut butter pie is really good. Now, I don't usually make that for holidays. My mom has this amazing peanut butter pie recipe, and you make it with Oreo crust. Listen, is so good. Oh my gosh. Delicious. Andrew, thank you for the 10. Happy Thanksgiving to the most beautiful nerd Wicked. I am thankful for you and your Italian mafia. Watch the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie because it's a Thanksgiving movie. It sure is. We'll get into my favorite things to watch like around Thanksgiving in just a minute. And I'm curious to know what you guys like. Cobble till you wobble. That's right. Venom Bite, hello. Reese. Blue-Eyed Scorpio, hello. Sweet potato pie is the best pie. Sweet potato pie is really good. Melissa Smith, hello. Okay. Uh, Mad Cabal for 5. Happy Thanksgiving, Miss Virtue. Thank you guys so much. Let me double check. I think I got all the member messages and super chats. You guys are too kind. Thank you. I actually have to make sure I open up Kick because it's so silly. Like, I don't know if it'll fix. It's on the StreamYard's part, I guess. But if somebody sends me a message over on Kick, I see it. But if they send like kicks or memberships, I have to actually have the chat open to see it. Like weird. I'm the same way, A2. I don't want marshmallows. Everyone thinks I'm crazy for that, but I'm like, "You know what? The sweet potato is sweet enough. I don't need it." Stephen Brown's Screwy Dooey, hello. Okay, here we go. So, what are some of your favorite Thanksgiving watches? Like TV shows, movies? Because I'm actually as soon as I get down there cooking, like I've already been in the kitchen for a bit, like prepping and everything, and then dropping pie. Um, but I'm gonna be putting on the Buffy Pangs episode. If you've watched Buffy, that's season 4. Let me bring up a picture for you guys. I always have to watch it. This is my favorite Thanksgiving watch, besides like Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, because that's just a classic. Um, but this is my favorite thing to watch. The Pangs episode. It's so funny. It's so well done. Uh, Even though it's season 4, which is I feel like I don't know if it's universally hated, but I know that definitely the finale and just to switch over, right? Because it goes like Buffy from high school to college and Angel leaves and you know, everything just changes. So it's not everyone's favorite season. I still think it's better than 6 and 7 though. So those 2 seasons are they weren't needed. I think Buffy definitely. You guys know how I feel about that. As much as I love this show, it could have ended at 5, and that would have been an epic ending. Everyone would have been sad, but still would have been a good ending. Either way, this Pangs is my favorite Thanksgiving watch. Oh, why is this so tiny? It's so tiny, but this part is funny here when she shoots like it's like a Native American spirit, and then it turns into a bear. And Spike's like, "You made a bear, undo it." She's like, "I didn't mean to." Just funny. Just funny. And then as I said, Charlie Brown Thanksgiving always. And I do sometimes weirdly, I don't always watch um Spider-Man on Thanksgiving, but this year I think I will. It'll be fun with the funny so yeah, see, Mike gets it. If Buffy's season 6 and 7 weren't needed, what does that say about the comics that take place afterwards? Well, they weren't needed either. They were okay. Like as comics, like when you continue a story through comics, it's not always I don't want to say it's bad, but like you could look at it as canon or not. I feel like, like there's Star Wars books that people consider canon and some people don't. Things like that. It is canon in the universe. The first, we'll say season 8, right? We'll call it season 8 of the comics. It was okay, but the way they ended season 7, it's just like it wasn't really needed to continue with the comic books. They ended up making Buffy bi in it, and just like okay, of course they had to go that route. But yeah, um so there was good parts. Season 6 is my least favorite season, and that was the transition from WB to UPN at the time, and they got like really dark, and it's just of course there's episodes that are okay with that, but that is my least favorite season. And then 7, um I like the ending because Spike is one of my favorite characters. He has arguably the best story arc in the whole like Buffyverse. Him and Cordelia, just amazing. The way they go from, she wasn't a villain. She was just Cordelia was just like the spoiled rich girl, and then she became a hero, and it was fantastic. And then Spike was a villain and became a hero and saved the world. So yeah, good story arcs. So that's the one thing that I will say about 7 that, I do like the way they ended the entire series. It's just yeah, and Nathan Fillion's Caleb, man, was he a good villain in that. So, yeah, 7 and maybe just 6 wasn't needed, okay? Maybe they could have just went from 5 and then did the 7 storyline, and it would have been not too bad, but anyways, I'm digressing. We're supposed to talk about Thanksgiving stuff, and you guys got me talking about Buffy. Well, hello. Okay. Okay, and some good news that I'm actually very excited about. Dead by Daylight always pulls me back in. They just cannot I can't quit them, okay? I can't. Uh I haven't finished the how many episodes just dropped for Stranger Things? Was it 3? I tried watching some after my show with Vara last night, but I fell asleep. So I didn't get to finish it, but it was good. I wasn't like not interested. I was just exhausted from a long day. So I so far I like the first episode of Stranger Things, but as anybody that's been following me talking about Dead by Daylight, Stranger Things returns to the fog January 2026, and guess who's coming with them? Yep. January 2026, Vecna. And people have been asking for Vecna for so long. I'm guessing there's going to be a map too, because this is it. Like they're not going to have any more Stranger Things collabs because, well, the show's going to be done after. Is it January? Right? Are they releasing it in 3 parts? Here, let's leave it right there. I think that's what Vara said because we're gonna review it. We'll review it in the parts. So next week on Bar and Virtue, we'll review the 3 episodes that came out, and But yeah, I'm excited for this because the Stranger Things chapter was a lot of fun. That was the chapter that had me actually start buying the DLCs from Dead by Daylight. Oh, did we get a raid? Lifted Senses, thank you so much. I'm sorry it didn't show up over on StreamYards. Thank you so much for the raid over on Kick. So yeah, I'm excited for this. The Demogorgon was fun, and they are gonna mess up so bad if they don't have a map with this. I'm gonna say that I'm 90% certain that they will also release a map because I love that used to be my favorite map, the Stranger Things Hawkins Lab, but they took it off for a little bit. The only thing that worries me if they do release a map with it and it's super, super like awesome is that they might take it away. They did that before. So at one point they removed the Stranger Things DLC from the store. Like if you purchased it, you could keep it, right? And I had it. So I still had the characters, but when they removed the DLC from the store, they removed the map from the game. So that was lame. I hope they don't do it again. But yeah, that's coming. I'm really excited. I was just like, you know what? I'm kind of like bored of Dead by Daylight. I'm not going to be playing it much, which I mean, it doesn't come till January, so I probably won't be playing it until then. But let me catch up on Supers. Wow, guys, thank you. Daniel Steele's been a member for 4 months. Let's go, Thanksgiving potato. Zod, thank you for the 200 Swedish. It's Swedish crowns, right? Or crone. Is it crones? I'm gonna say crowns because that sounds nicer. I'm rewatching Stranger Things from scratch to get ready for the last episodes because it's been a while, and in my opinion, it still holds up. Holding my thumbs up, Swedish fingers crossed that Amazon don't f up Stargate, my favorite series ever. So I think so far, like I have to finish Stranger Things, but what I've seen of the first episode, I like it. There was definitely some filler, but the story that they're telling, I don't hate it. But I do also think that if they would have just left Stranger Things at like the first season, maybe the second season, it would have been like it would have gone down as just like this great show in history. But it's still very popular. I'm gonna see what they do with this. I really hope it goes out with a bang and they make it just because I think that would fix people's complaints with what was it, season 3? That was crappy. I don't remember the one that seemed like a filler one, and then the one where they were just like driving around in the guy's pizza truck was kind of meh. But yeah, I agree. I'm still interested in the story at least. So there's that. Mike Noss, thank you for the 5. You won. All right, you came in, you killed them, and you took their land. That's what conquering nations do. Spike. Oh, I know. He's like, quit whining about it because Willow was like, I can't celebrate Thanksgiving. And Spike's little I don't know if you would call that a monologue there, but he was just like, quit your booing and hooing or something like that. I love Spike. Demajnai says to Spellbreaker, and that confused me for a second because of the stupid ads, but thank you for the 2. Happy Thanksgiving, Wicked in chat. Have a great day. Thank you so much, Demajnai. I hope you have a great day too. Magnum Norse for 10. I'll send more money if you keep playing Witcher 3. What's it gonna be? I'm gonna keep playing Witcher 3. That was the last I played that. That was my last gaming stream. I'm into it. I want to finish the story. The only thing, and I don't think it bothers anybody, but like there's just so many cutscenes. But I guess the cutscenes are good for me, like to take a break and have a drink of water. Marker Reality for 5. The Thanksgiving football game starts at 4:30 Eastern. Also, I like the old Charlie Brown Thanksgiving to teach the young ones about Thanksgiving. Yeah. See, I love the old Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. I always got to put that on. And Damage 9 for 2. We still need to do a Buffy stream. Let's do it. Yes, we do. We do. We're way behind on that one. Let me catch up. Chat moved so much on me while I was over on the other side there. I think I already said hi to Wiley. Hello. Swedish Crown. It is Swedish Crown, so I was right. Why did I say I don't know. Hi Herschels. I'm waiting for all episodes to be out to watch final season for Stranger Things. So you're gonna wait till it was like the mid-January, I think. That's actually not too far. Hi AP, Westward Smile. Hellsaber gifted 10 memberships. Holy moly, thank you so much.
Groovy.
Thank you. Glad you like Witcher 3 more than Kings. He's no fun. I love it. I like the story. I like good story-based games like that. I'm super into it. It reminds me a lot of, obviously not the story-wise. Yeah, Devastation. Say thank you or you're banned, chat. You know, it reminds me, the gameplay at least reminds me a lot of Red Dead, and I love Red Dead. Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of my favorite games. So yeah, I'm gonna finish it. The thing, I know it's got so many hours, like it says like 100 hours, but I can do it like even if I just played like once or twice a week. Like, oh, I don't feel like going online and playing an online game. Let me just play The Witcher for a few hours. Happy Thanksgiving, Jose and Corey. Thank you for the 5. I developed a pirate themed video game, but players said the main character didn't look enough like a pirate, so there'll be a patch soon. Corey, it's Thanksgiving, so I'm not going to kick you out. And Spooky JB, thank you for the 5. Happy Thanksgiving from Canada, little lady. I just got a new laptop, so streaming might be in my future. Oh, that's awesome, JB. Make sure you put it in my Discord when you go live, okay? So that we can hop on over there to support you. If you're not subbed to JB, get over there. He's got some good content, especially if you're into, unsurprisingly, spooky stuff, because he reviews spooky stuff over there. Yeah, I am thankful for Corey's dad jokes, but me too. All right, let's get into some topics here because we've been a half hour and we're just like going off topic, but that's what happens here. Okay, so I want to know your guys' opinion on this for a couple of reasons. Now, one, I don't think that Sabrina Carpenter's like ugly or anything. People are like, oh, she's so ugly, but she's like, I don't really think that, personally, I don't think that calling someone mid is really like a diss, because not a lot of people, like a lot of us, like someone that you'll consider like beautiful, someone else considers mid because they just look at them as like they're normal looking. They're not like a knockout bombshell supermodel, you know? I think like she does have to cake the makeup on to look like, you know, really pretty. She's just whatever, right? Like she's normal looking. I think she probably would have looked the role of Rapunzel totally fine, but that too, she totally went down that road. She was a Disney girl, and now look at her. So Disney has reportedly felt that Sabrina Carpenter was allegedly too pretty when meeting her for the role of Rapunzel for the live action movie, and they wanted someone who looked a bit more ordinary. That's so dumb. Listen, the Disney princesses are supposed to be like princesses, bombshells, gorgeous. Like they're supposed to be too pretty. They're supposed to be like an unachievable pretty, right? And I don't think she's too pretty. I think if what they were looking for is like more ordinary, she probably would have fit the role, to be honest. But it's like, who are they gonna pick? Like that, we know they're doing this. Look what they did with Ariel. Ariel was based on Now, Alyssa Milano is a psychopath, right? Don't like her. But back in the day, she was very pretty, Alyssa Milano, and that's who Ariel was based off of, I think. It was either her or Belle, but I'm pretty sure that it was Ariel. Either way, like the Disney princesses are supposed to be gorgeous. And them saying that, it makes me scared. Like, who are they? Like, who's gonna be Rapunzel? She's supposed to be this gorgeous princess with long, pretty hair. Who are we gonna get? I'm scared. I'm scared. And real quick, I gotta stop. Gotta hold the phones here because Miss Lulu Blue with the $49.99. Lulu.
If the apocalypse comes, beat me.
I felt like just doing a Buffy one. I got to spend time with Lulu this past week. We had so much fun. And then happy Thanksgiving to you and Mama Blue and your family. Give everybody my love. And thank you so much, Lulu. And Wiley, I don't know if you said anything in chat to him, Lulu, but I finally got that Jeepers Creepers doll to her. I told you like 2 years ago that I was gonna give it to Lulu because she loves Jeepers Creepers. She got it finally. So yeah, let me go through chat here. Sorry, I got excited. Pedro, don't you put that evil in the universe, Mongoose? How dare you? Oh, Bella, that's even worse, Shane. Pedro or Cynthia? Oh, goodness. Rapunzel, let down your mullet. Stop. I don't think she's a bad choice for it, especially like if they're saying like, oh, I want her to look ordinary. Of course, you can make anybody look like, whoa, if you put enough makeup on them. Yeah, Disprove's videos are great. I don't think I watched that one. I'll have to check it out. I just exactly. What does that say about the girl they eventually cast? It yeah. But I don't know. Like, what's wrong with them? Like, this line just like bugs me. They want someone who looked a bit more ordinary, and like I said, that brings me back to the Little Mermaid casting. I don't know. Yeah, right. The bigger issue is Sydney Sweeney would be a good Rapunzel, but Staccato's right. You could put Sydney Sweeney in anything. The bigger issue is why is Disney doing another live action remake? Yeah. Now casting Plain Jane. Mm-hmm. I don't get it. It's all messed up, and that's it. Moving on, and since we actually are on a topic, Staccato, thank you for the segue there, Sydney Sweeney. I think Vara and I are actually going to watch the last season of this so that we can review it for you guys. I know, whatever. I guess we'll just look at it as supporting Miss Sweeney, huh? I've seen the first season of Euphoria. It wasn't for me. It's very. I think it's supposed to be looked at as like artsy, but it's just like it's teenagers that just sleep around and do a bunch of drugs, and it's very dark. Of course, there's probably teenagers that are like that, of course. But Sydney Sweeney's character, Cassie, will have an OF account in Euphoria season 3. So I don't know if they're going to like age her up or something, but she's a teenager in this show, but they might have it to where she's like 18 or 19 at this point. I don't know. I'm sure they will, because if they don't, people are going to be kind of upset. But Vara raised an interesting point last night when we were talking about this, and she asked if I thought that they were doing this to her character because of the whole, American Eagle jeans thing. Like maybe they don't like her, but I don't think that, just because, like I said, I only watched the first season and I've seen, clips of the second season. She's like nude a lot in this show. So I don't think that, is the case, because like I said, she's already been doing stuff like this in the show for a while. And holy moly, Ian, let me see if this will pop over. Does it show? It does. I gotta pop this over here. Ian, because it doesn't pop up, and I like the kick little like dangly chain there. He sent Flex 10,000 kicks. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving, or as the French say, Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Sorry, I tried doing that in a French accent and that was awful. Ian, thank you. Hold on. Thank you so much. What are we gonna do here? I got you. Oh wait, I'm on the side. I'm so used to being covered up. I'm just standing there looking dumb. Thank you so much, Ian. I appreciate that. But yeah, that's what they're doing. It's kind of up in the air whether or not Vara and I are gonna watch season 3 and review it. Maybe. I mean, there's a lot of crap that all of us YouTubers review that's like really bad. So Euphoria probably isn't even one of the worst. But yeah, that's the route that Sydney Sweeney's character is going down. But I don't think it's anything like ill will towards her because, like I said, she's already bared it all on screen. So yeah. And speaking of shows, real quick, since we're on that topic, Eva Green has been cast as Aunt Ophelia. It's Ophelia, yeah. In Wednesday season 3. So, has anybody here watched season 2 of Wednesday or season 1 um, of Wednesday? I actually just finished season 2 like 2 days ago, and it was all right. Sorry, I'm responding to a message. All right, my bad. It's Thanksgiving. I have like 10 text messages right now. Family and everything, so I'll respond to them later. I'm like, "Listen, I'm stressed. I dropped my pecan pie, okay?" I didn't mind season 2. Season 1 was fine. I don't know what took me so long to watch season 2 of Wednesday. I've got too much that I gotta, like, watch, especially, like, if we're reviewing it for Saucy or, whatever. So, it was fine, and spoilers, I mean, this spoils it if you didn't catch up, Aunt Ophelia wasn't actually dead. I can't remember if they talked about her in season 1. I believe so. It's been so long since I watched that one now, but, in season 2, I guess they kind of make it seem like she either disappeared or died or something. And then they show at the end of season 2 that Wednesday's grandmother has been keeping her locked up, which is dark, but I mean, it's the Addams family, right? So I think she's a good casting. I think Eva Green's good. So we'll see. Who knows when? Because the one thing that Stranger Things ruined for us is getting like the time in between when we get seasons now. I hate that. We used to, man, I feel like we were spoiled in like the immediate 90s and early 2000s with just like massive amounts of episodes, And then there'd be like a holiday break and then you come back like when you're going back to school and then your Friday night shows are back and you know what I mean? And we would get like that's why certain shows like for example, I'll use the Vampire Diaries. I think it's still on Netflix. I don't know. But why those shows like that they do so well on streaming services because people look and they're like, "Oh my gosh, like 50 episodes, 10 seasons, whatever, you know what I mean?" So but we just don't get that anymore. I miss that. I mean, when it was good shows anyways, because if it's a bad show, like, I don't need more of it, but yeah, we used to get loads of shows at the same time as well because they used to compete with each other. Networks used to compete with each other, and now I guess there's, like, the streaming wars, right? The streaming services compete with each other, but it's not about quality, it's about quantity. Like, they just wanna have the rights to this and the rights to that and just have a big catalog, and it doesn't matter if it's a good catalog just as long as there's a lot to choose from, and a lot of it is just crap, like, Netflix is a great example. There's some good stuff on there, but there's also just such garbage on there too. I miss it. Good shows and getting more of it. Now we can blame Stranger Things for, the 2-year gap between seasons, 5-year gap. It's stupid. And speaking of stupid, I'm not sure how I feel about this. I don't mind Scarlett Johansson. I like stuff that she's been in, but I don't understand why. So this is like a direct. If you don't know, they're making a new Exorcist movie, and it's a direct like sequel, I guess, or continuation, whatever, to the original one from the 70s. why do we need this? Like, if you wanna make an Exorcist movie, why do you have to tie it to a cult classic that people love? I mean, I like it. I'm not a huge like, demonic possession stuff isn't like I won't say it's not my thing 'cause I'm fine with some of it. Like, I like the Conjuring movies, I like the Exorcist movie, but it's not like my go-to when it comes to, like, horror. But I definitely will admit that The Exorcist was good, especially for its time, and it still holds up, like, being scary. So, I don't understand why they have to continue it. Well, I do. I understand why, because they want the audience that loves the original Exorcist movie to be hyped for this. But they're gonna change storylines probably from the first one because that's what they like to do. They're gonna make this very, I feel like she's gonna be the priest or something. You know, I don't know. There's nothing has been, released, and there's been a lot of Exorcist movies, but I don't think that I think this is the first one that's like a direct sequel to the first one. Like, if you wanna make an Exorcist movie, just do something like The Exorcism of Emily Rose that wasn't attached to the movie. I don't know. They had I think it was like the mini series or show or movie, I don't remember because it was last year, Halloween Horror Nights that I went in the house and it smelled bad. It smelled like puke, it was so gross. Um, but I don't know. I guess we'll see what they do with it. It just doesn't feel like it's needed. Doesn't feel like it at all. And hello, everyone that just came in. Lark, hello. This is one of the few horror films you like. Yes, yeah, I like it, but it's just like for me, I like Evil Dead 2, so I'm more on like the comedy horror side of things. What's up, Kings? Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, it has name recognition. That's true. They gotta take things you love and destroy them. That's right. That is right. Um, I don't know. We'll see, I guess. What's up, athletically lazy? Wanted to pop in and say happy Thanksgiving to all who celebrate. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm kind of speeding through this because for those of you just joining me now, I planned on doing my full 2-hour stream, but I'm gonna have to end it a little bit early today only because I dropped my pecan pie this morning, this afternoon. Like, it was gonna be done probably like 20 minutes before I had to hop on my stream. And I'm like, cool, that's done. It takes an hour in the oven. And I dropped it. So yeah, I made another one. It's sitting in the fridge, and I gotta pop it in the oven after this stream. So, thankfully, I had enough to make another one. I already have messaged my guests and say, like, might be, we're gonna be starting a bit later because 'cause I'm making it's a smaller bird, right? The turkey's only about 10 pounds, so it's gonna take probably a little less than 3 hours to make the actual turkey. So, but now it's all going to be pushed back an hour. I planned on getting it in the oven right at 2, so I still would like to do that, which is why I'm probably gonna have to hop off here just a little bit sooner to get the pie in the oven. It's not as I said earlier, it's not a holiday without a little bit of chaos, and I still, I'm doing all the cooking myself, so I got quite a bit that I still have to do, but I'm thankful that I was able to hop on and talk with you guys for a little bit. Um, I still gotta make some cookies as well, which won't take too long, but the turkey's going in first. I'm probably gonna mix the dough for the cookies, put it in the fridge, and then, like, while the bird is chilling a little bit before we cut into it, I'll throw the cookies in the oven. Um, Watch Repossessed instead. It's Linda Blair reprising her role with Leslie Nielsen as a parody. Really? I never even heard of that. Interesting. Interesting. This I actually just found out right before I got live as well. So this one and then the Stranger Things news for Dead by Daylight, but Guillermo del Toro has revealed that Frankenstein will get a physical media release. I'm so excited for that. At least one deleted scene will be included on the release. I loved this movie so much. This was my favorite movie of the year. I know that it doesn't completely follow Mary Shelley's Frankenstein book, which I am actually just now starting to read. But I like his take on it. I thought it was good. As long as if you change the story up a bit and you make it's well done, then that's okay. But this was a good movie. This was a very good movie in my opinion. The just the set designs, everything was good. So, I'm very happy. I will absolutely get the physical media release and a deleted scene. That's good because there's quite a few people that didn't watch it because they don't have Netflix, which is understandable, but now they get to see it. Um Be careful what you say in front of your tree. I have a feeling it might be Santa in disguise. Thank you for The words of caution, Ian. Gilkman, happy Thanksgiving. So yeah, I'm excited for this. I hope they do like a steel book or something cool. I think they will make it look, aesthetically pleasing because the whole movie was. Nice. You'll enjoy it. I thought the ending was good, all of it. Um, Most of the people in the chat loved it. Good. Good. I'm glad. I did too. This was the best movie of the year for me. I don't think anything's gonna come out to top it for me. Um, I'm starting to lose my voice already from just like this fast talking since I gotta go back to cooking. Oh my gosh. What's up, Mo? Happy Thanksgiving. All right, I gotta catch up on supers. You guys are on fire today, and that is so very, very kind of you. I don't I don't know what I did to deserve such a good community, but I'm thankful for all of you. Market Reality for 5. How do you know that Spike is part of Firefly? I own the whole series, including that never aired episode, and I've never seen it. Because it was, I forgot where I read it. He's not in it. Like, it never aired. It didn't air. I don't even think they recorded it. I think it was, they were going to, but then Firefly got canceled. So it just, Firefly is in the Buffy universe, like the Buffyverse. So I don't think they were gonna make it too big of a deal. I really just think it was a cameo. Like that's all I heard was that like Mal was gonna be at the bar and then Spike was gonna be there and they were gonna have like a, I don't even know if they were gonna have a conversation or if it was just gonna be just like a little Easter egg for us Buffy fans. But I don't think it was even recorded. So it was just in talks if the show continued and it didn't. So we never got it. Ram Bam for $2 super sticker. Thank you so much. And Magnum Norse for 5. Pretty means it will attract the male gaze, which equals money. How dare they? I know. Disney just loves to lose money. If they didn't have these parks, which I like the Disney parks, I admit that. Like, I'm in Florida. I love theme parks. Islands of Adventure is my favorite park, which is Universal, like out of all of them. But, I do enjoy Epcot and a couple other Disney parks. I'll admit that. But movie wise, like they're just hemorrhaging money, it seems. But the parks, I guess, are keeping them afloat. I don't know, man. It just makes no sense. Like, wouldn't you want to make more money? Like, aren't you in a business to make money? Like, you would think that. Thank you for another 5, Magnum Norse. Teenagers who do bad things a lot and then nothing. Euphoria. Yeah. I think Vara and I will most likely review that, but we'll see. James, thank you for being a member for 12 months, 1 year. Happy Thanksgiving, Wicked Virtue, and chat. Thank you so much, James. And Hokies with a 5701. Is that a radar number? Sweeney Naked is a feature, not a bug. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much, Hokies. Happy Thanksgiving. Zod, thank you for the 50. I'm getting hiccups, sorry, because I'm talking so fast and drinking water. Whew. I didn't like the Wednesday show. I preferred Chilling Adventures of Sabrina season 1, but their season 2 sucked. I didn't like season 2 either. The first one was fine. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about the Chilling Adventures because I'm a big fan of the 90s Sabrina show with Melissa Joan Hart, but the first one was fine. Then it got weird. I can see why they didn't get very many more episodes of that. And Zod for another 50. I think there's a Netflix season 2 curse. What Netflix shows have not suffered that curse? Netflix shows? I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's been so long, but I'm pretty sure I did like the Stranger Things season 2. I think it was 3. That was kind of a filler. I don't know, but that's a fair point. Um Catching up on chat. Sorry, guys. I did not see Sydney Watson's Disney Adults video. But you know what? I see Disney Adults when I go to the park, so I live it. Lots of as I was just yelling about last night on my stream with Vara, the overweight Disney adults on scooters. And here a win for Florida here, which there's a lot of wins. I actually really love living in Florida. But Governor DeSantis announces new proposal to protect puppies in Florida. We all love puppies, okay? So good on DeSantis. This was very heartwarming and it made me happy to read. So Governor DeSantis announced a new proposal to protect puppies in Florida in partnership with the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services. The state will develop standard practices to ensure ethical dog breeding, Through this proposal, the Florida Department of Business and Professional Regulation will be directed to license dog breeders and hold accountable puppy mills that abuse dogs, whether by overbreeding them, leaving them in extreme weather, cramming them into small cages, or limiting their access to water. In Florida, we will always fight to protect man's best friend, said Governor Ron DeSantis. The proposal we announced today will end unethical puppy mills, hold accountable abusive breeders, and help shelter dogs find loving homes. Additional proposal actions include establishing a hotline for individuals to call. Oh, there's like just extra things like to just basically help it. I like that. People, like the first comment, he's so random. Okay, well, he's great though. I love the randomness. If it's gonna help the puppies, who doesn't love puppies? And puppy mills are awful. My aunt had a dog from a puppy mill, and she was just like terrified, like, all the time. Poor little thing, just, like, shaking like a leaf all the time, and overbreeding too. So, my mom used to have an Akita. He's since passed away, but he had a lot of problems. He was allergic to, like, everything, like houseflies, just crazy the amount of stuff that this poor dog was allergic to, and they didn't know when they got him that he was gonna have all these problems, but, like, still loved him. Anyways, his mom, he was a product of overbreeding, and I don't know if that had anything to do, with the overbreeding, like his allergies and everything, maybe. But the mom ended up running away because they were like overbreeding so much. It was my mom's her ex boyfriend's sister who got the dog for them, and that's how we heard about that. And I'm like, good. I'm glad that that poor animal ran away from being overbred all the time. Florida is an amazing state. Uh, yeah, agreed, but I love this, and you know what? I'm sad that DeSantis is gonna be out of office, like, of course, his run for president didn't go over well, but he's a great governor, and, this reflects it here, right? He's gonna be done soon, and he could just be sitting on the beach having some, mimosas, some Corona, whatever, and chilling, but instead, actually trying to help the citizens too, 'cause he's trying to pass, like, property tax laws, and just he's still doing work, and it shows that he actually cares about this state and the people, which is very rare in politics. So I hope, I've been paying a little bit of attention to who may be his successor, and I can't remember the guy's name at the moment. But there is someone who seems like they will continue his work. So, yeah, I hope our next governor is good like DeSantis. We'll see. Um, what else do we have? Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, I accidentally X'd out Kick. Hold on. Okay, I didn't miss it. I didn't miss anything. I did not. I said hi to GRP, right? I think I did. Byron Donald. That's right. Thank you. Like Monos. Thank you. Um, but yeah, that's who I think would be, a pretty good candidate to take over for DeSantis. So, if you missed it yesterday on the topic of Thanksgiving, Vara and I kind of reviewed. I don't really like it, so I didn't have too much to say. She liked it, um, but we reviewed this, and I don't know if she's gonna cut it out and put it on her review channel. Probably not. I think for that, she mostly likes to stick to like newer reviews that we do, like things that are recent. But we reviewed this. If you want to check out, mine and hers, she got way more in depth in it. I just was kind of like, eh. So the Thanksgiving horror mystery from 2023, There Will Be No Leftovers. I didn't like it. I thought that it was like a TikTok horror movie. And Vara made a point that, I liked House on Eden that was made by YouTubers, but I think for me, the biggest reason this came off as like a TikTok horror is because they had all like the live streaming and stuff and like him killing people on live streams and the very annoying teenagers in the beginning that were like trying to go viral. So that's why like this to me is a TikTok horror movie and I did not like it. Vara liked it, but not like enough to continue like watch it like every year or even watch it again. But if you're interested, that is at the end of our live stream that was over on her channel last night. I didn't like it. Mo, this movie is booty hole. Yeah, I don't disagree. I wasn't into it. I didn't Some of the kills were like, okay, but I didn't find it like funny or anything, so It was a no from me on that one. All right, where are we here? All right. Serious Thanksgiving question for you guys. And if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, oh my gosh, sorry. I'm shaking my got excited talking about food and my camera started shaking. Um, what is your favorite side dish to have for Thanksgiving? And if like I said, if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, like if you're having like a family meal for like a holiday, what is your favorite side? I would really like to know. I'm curious. So this shows I'm not gonna go through all of it. It's the 50 states. Sides in, like, all 50 states, they're pretty similar. This right here, I feel like the first one, Wyoming, is kinda like, at least in America, what almost everybody has. Stuffing, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, green bean casserole, and cranberry sauce. Oh, Mo's coming out of left field with something else. For me, I go for mashed potatoes. I do also really like stuffing, but if I had to pick just one, it's mashed potatoes. Hands down, easy peasy. Like when you go through, there's a few different ones like potato dishes, which are those wedges. That's what I call them. Breads, like yeah, biscuits. I guess that's considered a side. Yeah, I like to make little turkey sandwiches with them. Mac and cheese. That's I'm actually gonna make a cheesy broccoli mac and cheese casserole type thing today because I didn't really feel like doing a green bean casserole, and some of my friends coming don't really like green beans, so I'm like, I'll just do broccoli. It's fine. Let's switch it up. And I was gonna just do a broccoli casserole, but I decided like we're gonna add some mac and cheese in there. Yeah, see, like going through, there's nothing that really changes except for like mac and cheese, root vegetable dish. I'm probably gonna make some roasted carrots as well because yum, I love roasted carrots. But yeah, it's all pretty much the same. I expected some of like the southern states to have something crazy in here, but it's the only thing that changes is like mac and cheese, some kind of vegetable, and bread, pretty much. It's, like, all the same. Um, everything should have bacon. Um, hold on one second. Zod, thank you for the 100 Swedish crowns. What can be more American than an underdog story? I recommend Miracle 2004 with Kurt Russell as good American story. However, I'm Swedish, so what do I know about being American? Hey, you can still appreciate it. So Miracle 2004 with Kurt Russell. I love Kurt Russell. So I will check that out. Ken for a Canadian 5, thank you. Definitely mashed potatoes for dessert, pecan or pumpkin pie. Sounds really good. I'm getting hungry, guys. I gotta get that turkey in the oven. Let's see. See, even Louisiana, I expected something like some of these southern states to have something different. But I think, America as a whole, we have our Thanksgiving stuff that we like and corn pudding. Now the staccatos comes out of the carrot souffle. That actually sounds pretty good. Corn pudding. Corn pudding sounds good. I've never made corn pudding before, actually. Yeah, see, I'm just like speeding through these quick to see if there's like anything different. They're not, it's all the same thing, pretty much. No one's standing out, huh? Even Alabama doesn't have something crazy. I thought there'd be, like, some kinda, like, fried gator or something. I don't know, for a side. I don't know why, but that's what I thought. Um, there we go, risk it. Sometimes we make jambalaya instead of rice dressing. I was expecting something like that from Louisiana. Uh, oops. And we I can't speak, and we always make a turkey gumbo with leftovers. I'm gonna actually like, I only have a few people coming over. I have a 10-pound turkey. There'll be a little bit, um leftovers. I think I'm gonna do like a cream of turkey soup instead of like cream of chicken. I'm gonna do it with turkey. I think that'd be really good. Gator would be Florida, surely. There's Alabama's on the coast, like it's right there, and the only people that I've heard tell me that they like Gator were from Alabama. So it is obviously a thing here in Florida. I've never had it, but that's why I say Alabama because shout out Mando. I think she said it tastes like chicken. Pigs in a blanket stuffing. I like stuffing. Pigs in a blanket, yeah. 10 pounds, like Ariana Grande's weight. You sure she's even 10 pounds? Man, I'm worried for the Wicked cast. So, like, to be completely honest, it's kind of scary. Whatever's happening to them, I don't know, but someone needs to get them a cheeseburger stat. That's it. I think is Ariana Grande a vegetarian or something? She might be. I don't know. Um, so Macaulay Culkin says he has an idea for a Home Alone legacy sequel. I'm either a widower or a divorcee. I'm raising a kid, not really paying enough attention, and the kid is kind of getting miffed at me, and then I get locked out. My son won't let me in, and he's the one setting traps for me. The house is some sort of metaphor for our relationship. What do you guys think of that? Home Alone and Home Alone 2 are two of my favorite Christmas movies. Um, So I'm wondering what I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it needs a sequel. I mean, not a sequel. Uh, it would be the third one, I guess, in his Home Alone, right? Because he had the first two, and they were great. I feel like just let it go, Macaulay. Uh, let's see. What are you guys saying? No, L, new idea. So yeah, no, sounds dumb. Nah, sounds awful. 50-year-old Jeremy Griggs, hello. Hi, Hunter, Torgo. Another pointless remake if done. Um, Gator's amazing, just has to be cooked correctly. Okay. I'm not saying I wouldn't try it, but it's not like high on my list. Leave it alone. Might be okay if it was done right, but we all know it wouldn't be. Yeah, it's true. How can it go wrong with a Trump cameo? That'd be great. It could work, but not needed. Not interested in Home Alone 3, especially after what he did to Trump. Yeah, I mean, what did I know it was like Christopher was it Chris Columbus, whatever, wanted him taken out, but they didn't take him out, like his cameo or something. I don't know. I have the Blu-ray of it, so I know Hollywood does not. They need to let I agree. They need to let franchises die. They keep reviving so many. Like an example of a franchise that they're trying to revive is Supernatural. That show hasn't even been done for 5 years yet, right? Like it just ended, and they had 15 seasons. What? What? We don't need that. We don't. It's I liked the show. Like, there were some episodes that were definitely filler. I mean, 15 seasons, of course, there's some filler, but, like, overall, season 1 through 5, great. If you stop after 5, you'll probably really love the show. 'Cause that's when the creator and the showrunner actually left because he was done after season 5. And CW wanted to keep going because they like to milk these cash cows for whatever they can. AP, thank you for the 5. What kind of turkey requires ID? Wild turkey. I make a pumpkin roll for dessert. Beats the store-bought junk hands down. Yeah. I had one of my friends she's making a pumpkin roll. And I'll probably see her like within the next couple days. So if she has a piece left, I want to try it, see how it tastes. But you're absolutely right. That's why, listen, there just would have been no pie. When I dropped that pecan pie, man, was I sad. I was like, please tell me I had just enough because I got like one of the smaller, like just amounts of everything. Because I actually was, like I said, I was planning on adding some pecans to my chocolate chip cookies to just, give it a little festive twist. But, I actually have a tiny bit left, so I might just like crush them up and just throw them on the top. I don't know. But you're absolutely right. My sister and her friend called Supernatural Man Candy. Jensen Ackles is gorgeous. I can see why. He's a very good-looking man. Very. Uh, so sorry for like the speed run here, basically, that I did with the show. I planned on going for another hour, but I have to that the second pecan pie is sitting in the fridge right now, and it's gotta go in the oven. It's gonna take about 45 to 50 minutes to cook, and then I gotta get the turkey in there, which is gonna take about 3 hours or so. Not too bad, but if I'm cutting it here, right? Like if I stop now instead of go for another hour, I'm kind of still on track. But I really appreciate you guys hanging out and all the love today. Seriously. Tomorrow I will be streaming. I'm not sure if it's going to be like a morning one or a nighttime one. I think Kings wants to try and play some Sea of Thieves, but I may actually be out with friends. Um, yeah, it's like, well, it's like 2.5, 3 hours, Hertz, if you look up, like, the time for each pound, for a turkey. Anyways, I lost my train of thought here. Yeah, tomorrow I'll be gaming at some point. I may have to do an earlier one, but if I'm not out with friends, then I will be, probably playing Sea of Thieves with Kings. So, thank you guys for hanging out, and happy Thanksgiving. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful holiday, and if you don't celebrate, I appreciate you hanging out with me today anyways, and I still hope you have a wonderful day. Ken, thank you for the 2 to end it with. Enjoy Thanksgiving. I will. I'm about to go spend the next, like, 3 hours in the kitchen, at least 3 hours, and then I'm gonna have some wine and eat. Thank you guys so much. And Shane, thank you for the 2. Gratitude heals you. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much, Shane. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. All right, guys, I am out. See you tomorrow. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.